Okay, so we are now connecting for a group discussion on a virtual platform where sequentially we will be speaking. I already explained. First speaker we will nominate and we will give sequence. The topic is India ready for future air and space warfare? I will repeat. Is India ready for future air and space warfare? And why this topic? I will just introduce so that you have some relevant points to connect whatever is there in your mind. Firstly, how the warfare is changing dynamics. We will go little back in history. Specific to India, we will speak first. 1947-48, immediately after independence, we had a war with Pakistan. The war was limited to J&K. The war was fought by only Indian army. That too, when King Hari Singh, Raja Hari Singh, invited us, we landed there, and it was only army warfare. You come to next war, that is 1962, China-India war. Again, little more full-fledged war, but it was again army to army warfare. Next, 65, India-Pak war, army to air force coordination and warfare. But air force role was limited. Coming to the very unique war, 1971, liberation of Bangladesh war, an outstanding victory we achieved, and quite humiliating for Pakistan. The defeat was quite humiliating in terms of surrender, 93,000 plus regular army and air force and naval persons surrendering, largely army. That war was fought by army, air force with a good coordination, and navy was also first time got involved. Then limited war, we will see 1999 Kargil war. That was army and air force primarily. Navy was alert, but it was specific to a some sector, that is Kargil Heights, Leh Ladakh side, and J&K was little bit involved. So if you see, and regular subconventional warfare as such it is going on, but off late what is happening? Op Sindur is totally a different dimension we have witnessed. How air factor has come into prominence. We never thought that this will be nature of warfare. But in the world also you see Russia-Ukraine war is now almost 3 years. How it is going on, nature of warfare, what is the participation, technology involvement, who is fighting, whether it is urban warfare now between two nations. Urban warfare, generally it was elimination of terrorists who are hiding in urban areas. But now it is a different game altogether. Two nations fighting and cities are also targeted. So no longer it is at borders. It is reaching to every nook and corner of the country. Israel and Iran warfare, you see, before that Gaza Patti episode where Israel got under attack by swarms, by air attack, drones, RPVs, or you see how things are getting UAVs at play. Even America used it during Afghanistan warfare. A lot of UAV were used. But then this drone factor, and more importantly, the air warfare, how air warfare has come into a level where it is now difficult. Air defense has become not an easy task. Israel was known for good air defense, but it is proved that they are also equally weak. But we will come to now our topic. Are we ready? Having learnt from Op Sindur and what is happening in the world. So we will go sequentially. We have now, I think there must be some connection problems. Uh, Very few speakers will be there, but it's okay. 2, 3, I think got disconnected. Maybe network issue. I hope you are able to hear me, what I am speaking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vivek is there, Rugved is there, and by the name Royal, who is there? Whether
Sir, that
participating?
speaker is not connected to audio.
Yes, audio is not there. I think settings he has to adjust. Okay. You both are going to speak?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will listen to your viewpoint. So we'll modify it. We will listen to first Vivek, then Rugved. Make it a 2 point slot. Okay, Vivek and Rugved.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So Vivek will start, then Rugved will speak. Video, if possible, you can switch on so that recording will help you. How your expressions are there and how you are actually going to face SSB, body language, confidence. So that is the motto, nothing else. Okay, Vivek, you start.
So, as this modern warfare has totally changed its dynamic. So, if you see air and space warfare, so India faces many challenges in developing its military space capabilities, including limited budget, vulnerability to cyber, and the country needs to develop the comprehensive security doctrine to guide this capability development in the military industrial alignment. As we see, this modern warfare is causing many, as in Operation Sindoor, many drones were coming from the Pakistan, and our Indian Air Defense Force and also Army Air Defense has grounded them. So India is ready for the future space warfare, but still we need some efforts and the budget policies that can modify our space capabilities.
Okay, Rugved.
Yes, sir. Yes, I agree with you, gentlemen. I think India is today, we see today's scenario, India is partially ready for what we say urban warfare, in specifically in air defense sector or space sector. Because as we are seeing around us, the recent conflict between Israel and Iran, in which USA has also joined, in which very heavy barrage of missiles, advanced weaponry, advanced aircraft have been used. But still, there is no sign of anyone getting a strong position of a war. As we can see, Israel is famous for its air defense system. But what has happened? Uh, though it has a good amount of or a strong air defense system, it has failed or not functioned properly when Iran fired a barrage of missiles over it. So I think though we have shown means excellent work in Op Sindoor, means blocking the enemy's missiles, drones. Our S-400 missile systems have worked so very well, but still I think India is partially ready because we have to develop our air defense system in such a way that we should be protected from all over, means from all the ground we have to see.
Yes, gentlemen, agreeing with your point, I would like to add the point that India should strengthen its defense ties with the countries like US, France, Russia, those who have already developed the advanced technologies in their defense sector or such as drones capabilities. So by collaborating with them, we can transform the technology, and that technology will help India's defense system or air defense system to build its capabilities for the future warfare.
Yes, I totally agree. But I think that India should focus to build our indigenous technology rather than uh, means depending on others. We should take their intelligence, or we should take what we can say their input, but we should mostly focus on indigenous development. But indigenous development will take time. So I think this aspect is more crucial, that though we have to build our indigenous systems, it is taking time. That's why I think India is somewhat lagging behind in its air defense sector.
Yes, gentlemen, I partially agreeing with your point. Though we are trying to develop our indigenous capabilities, but still India is unable to develop these capabilities because we don't have proper budget system for the research and development. Because our India's brain talent, great talent is moving abroad, because we are unable to provide them proper facilities, infrastructure, and the monetary policies which are required for the space exploration and the new developments, new research. So we need to collaborate with the another countries develops space. We can say develop space research centers, that we can have certain data from them, that can, with the collaboration, we can add the new capabilities, such as the BrahMos missile system. As we have collaborated with the Russia, so we have made the one of the best missile that can strike any platform, such as the water platform, it can be land platform, it can be air platform. So by collaborating, we will get beneficial. And if when we have to develop individually, so it will take the lot of time. Until then, what can happen, we cannot predict the future threats and challenges faced, as we saw from the Pakistan. Also, China has also developed their defense system very dramatically.
Yes, I agree with you. I have to add one more point, that as we are talking about our neighbors, so we have our best aircraft of 4.5 generation. We have HAL Tejas, but it's only 4.5 generation. But talking about our neighbors, China has a now it is claiming that it has a 6th generation aircraft, and also it is transforming its 5th generation aircraft to Pakistan also. Also, Turkey, the country which we say it's lagging behind or not good economically, but it has also its 5th generation aircraft. So I think we have to develop such a technology at a faster rate to develop what we can say 4.5 generation to 5.5 generation so quickly, that we can cope up with our neighbors in order to avoid further developments in defense sector, or further um, conflicts in particular area.
Yes, agreeing with your point, gentlemen. But we can say rather, if we see the jet and the fighter jets, they are too costly. If we build a particular jet, we'll have to pay the millions of rupees for a particular jet. As the Iran was struck by the B-2 bomber, but its cost is 2.1 billion, which we can purchase lot of Rafales, many Rafales, not lot of. But if we move beyond that, what will happen? Because our jets are costing us lot of money, but rather than moving or the jet, so we can move small drone system, just HAL cats and the small monitoring system, surveillance. So small drone system will be made by indigenous, and also it can it will be better option for India, because it will be low cost and high effectiveness of the drones. Rather than going over the jets, I would like to say that we should must work over the drone system, surveillance system, which are the small manufacturers and the high productivity.
Yes, I agree with you, gentlemen. But I am saying that if you are focusing more on drones or unmanned aerial vehicles or kamikaze drones, it is true that it is showing numerous means great achievement in defense sector or in a time of conflict. But what I am saying, that jets to shows the superiority or the power of any force, and like drones can operate in drones can damage small amount of area or can cause sufficient damage, but the aircraft for surveillance we are saying, or to show the superiority of our air force, we need jets. And also by data we are going deficit on the squadrons. Officially we should have 42 squadrons of Indian Air Force, but we have Now, at present, we have only 32 squadrons. So in the time of conflict, we need 42 squadrons. So we have to buy more and more jets, rather than we should uh, develop our technology in drone sector as well. But I am saying that we should means equally focus on getting jets and developing technology in order to fulfill our squadron demand. As our chief of air staff have also said that we are running low on squadrons, so we need the squadrons more.
Okay,
Yes,
last
gentlemen, agree with your point.
point by both of you. Go ahead.
Okay. So, gentlemen, agreeing with your point, it is okay to develop the fighter jets and build this capabilities, but drone system can less it will be safety option, because in today's scenario of war, we can see that there is no hand-to-hand combat, and more we are moving in the unmanned aerial vehicles. So if we see any jet uh, uh, which is run by any pilot, so if it is being strike, so it can take the life of that pilot also, which is too prestigious, and also it can cause very cost. It can cost a very high amount for a particular jet. But if we send some drones and unmanned aerial vehicles, so even it gets strike, though it destroys less, it takes less area, but it can still destroy a lot of things. But even it got strike, so still we can develop regenerate new drones, which will be low costly. But if jet is strike, or the pilot loses its life, so it will be no replaceable, because that pilot has very means very big experience, and that cannot be taken back. So I would say that moving towards the drone, that can be better option for India's surveillance, though we can have the air jets, fighter jets in our backup, but we should not go for the frontiers warfare, because that will be quite risky for us in future warfare, because all the countries have their own missile defense systems, but still that can cause us very hazardous effects.
Yes, I agree with you, but I think that moving to drones, but some tasks are there that cannot be performed by machines lonely. So I think in every operation or in every bigger conflict, we need a human hand behind it. So I think drones should be there, but I think the jets, we should develop our jets simultaneously with drone technology, because we need a human hand in every conflict, because machine can't run, or a machine can't what we can say process in a particular situation which can be handled by man, or a man only. So
Okay, both of you got good opportunity to express yourself on the topic, so which is quite a strategic, technology oriented topic. Air warfare as such is a very technology intensive subject, because if you see, Indian Air Force, Indian Navy are now having state of the art equipments. Indian Army also getting now state of art equipment. We never thought that air warfare will be of this nature, where UAVs or RPVs, drones initially were not thought of payload delivering equipments and instruments. It was surveillance oriented, like Vivek was saying. For surveillance, to for us, surveillance agenda, we should move to drones and all. Rugved was saying partially we are ready, partially we are not ready in indirect terms. But then how rapidly world has moved in terms of their warfare tactics is very interesting to know. Initially, armed forces were treating remote pilot vehicles and unmanned aerial vehicles, and now these drones are costing nothing in front of, if you see cost of fighter planes, and the cost involved in pilot training and pilot as a human being asset, decision making asset, is a big thing. We cannot afford to lose. But here it is a drone Nation is not bothered whether they lose some drones which are in front of this cost, overall dynamics. It is nothing. Low cost efforts will give you big dividends. This is the scenario. Because if a bomb is to be delivered by aircraft and same thing can be done by your UAVs, RPVs or new drones, why should we risk bigger machines, that is fighter planes, or bigger missiles from distances? Cost wise, I'm saying. Effort wise also it is very uh, uh, laborious. Man hours are involved in this. And here is a drone, low cost machine. Maybe you will have to use more and more drones. Like one big missile or one aircraft goes with huge payload. Now you have to send more drones. Even if enemy detects, there is no fear. Let it get lost, let it get damaged, destroyed. You will send another one, next lot. This is the bigger issue now to understand. And coming to another point which you did not touch, where it will lead in future. This warfare, where it will go from here? Can it go to International Space Station targeting? Can it go to satellite war, which was a terminology way back it was coined, satellite war? A satellite getting targeted in a literal sense, getting destroyed, or interference in another country's satellite programs, or International Space Station, where now recent big achievement for us, a big proud moment, our own astronaut has gone, Kanan Shukla, Group Captain Shukla. So it is a proud moment, but it is a collaborative, joint effort at international level. 4 countries people are going there, but then in future, even that is under threat. These all space missions. Can it go in air? Now, what is the another limit? Is it going to be under threat now in future? War is happening between 2 countries on Earth, near atmosphere. Can it get further uh, escalated to another level of warfare? That is also a point to consider. Never know. Countries with leadership we see now in the world, they can do anything. There will be less ethics as such in war. Ethics are not there in modern warfare. A lot of low level ethics we see now. Suddenly some country becomes someone's friend, and nobody is permanent enemy and permanent friend as such. So in future, the warfare in air and space domain will go to beyond our imagination. That is, I think, understanding we can keep in mind, and we should be prepared. More investment, what Vivek was highlighting, budget. More budget is required for these plannings for future warfare. Not only air, our topic was air, but naval, because almost 71% of the Earth surface is covered with oceans, water. So even Navy demands more technology-driven systems and domination, because future warfare will be mostly on whether on water or in space, air. Land, physical attack, physical holding, I think these will not be the major criteria in future. Okay, you want to ask anything?
Sir, as you told that we have to develop, means no matter what would be the cost or conflict, we should use drones. But as our chief of air staff has mentioned, we are running low on the squadrons. So we should also see on that. So I think that the means means simultaneously on developing the drone technology, we should also do the technology to acquire more and more jets in order to fulfill our that squadron's capacity.
I think in the world, if you see, ours is the only little expanding force, Army, Air Force, Navy, in terms of manpower. Gone are the days now. I think physically squadrons are to be held or increased, or some support systems like drone. now you may not require to add that orthodox squadron system or something. Within that, if you can add this support system, like earlier, you see old wars, physical manpower was more. Today, if technology is also helping, that means manpower can be reduced. Now time has come. Now can squadrons be reduced if drones are coming up or UAV systems are coming up, and coordination of Army, Air Force, Navy comes to a new level as a joint theater concept has come. So if it is coming to defending air, Army air defense has also played a crucial role, which was beyond our imagination. Such a critical role will come to Army air defense. It is now was a great performance in Ops Sindoor. So if you see in future, I think these are to be counted, and like the way we don't increase manpower, now technology has come. So are we really required to raise our structures, squadrons and battalions and ships? Now technology can compensate in many ways, and ultimate result is more oriented. Yes, basic structure will always be there, but these technologies will change. Even cyber warfare, if the enemy has got technology intensive warplane or missile system or a nuclear program system, and by sitting at one place you get into their systems and you corrupt it or just disable it by some means, in a very layman's term we are discussing, and system is not able to deliver, so you are achieved without even physically launching any war. So cyber warfare will again add some bigger dimension into it. So we have to spend more in technology now. Not physically may not be structures there, but technology, defending your cyber also, promoting your cyber also, offensive sense. You should have technocrats now sitting at one place. They are doing their job and fighting war in a very, very different way. If you are doing some cyber offensive, you don't know who is the fighter, who is actually doing it. They are sitting at one place. They are the unsung heroes now in future battlefields. Same is the UAV, remotely controlled. RPVs, remote pilot, remotely piloted vehicles, and so will be the drones. Somewhere a person can sit at one place and controlling the things. So this is the future dimension. I think we will be running out of time for 40 minutes. Anything? We'll conclude then. It was a good discussion, good points, and you both could get good opportunity to express more because of less strength also. Okay, Vivek, anything?
And already one more thing, our Indian Navy has already ordered 26 Rafale jets. So that is also one more
Yes,
thing.
yes, these are the things. See, Navy is also having air, that I said. Air Force, as such, was the air responsibility wise a big force. Army also has got its own air defense systems, and then missile programs, and that is how joint theaters. Now, coordination of these things, because drones will be purchased by all three.